Broadcasting live from downtown Canton, Ohio since 1925. You're listening to WHBC AM Canton, a Digity property. We live here too. News Talk 1480, WHBC.
It is 9:36 with Pam and Gary. It's our extended version of Canton Morning News this Wednesday morning.
This is something actually that you and I talked about earlier in the week. It was a poll that came out.
It's an interesting poll that said that in the workplace, the person who gets the most work done, who is most focused, is Mr. Grumpy. Mr. or Ms. Grumpy.
Yeah.
They are more focused than the rest of us who are, if you're a genuinely happy, upbeat person in the office, according to this recent study, it says that you are more likely to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none, and you'll want to try a lot of different things. Maybe you bore easily.
I don't know. You know, haters are going to hate. That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, but apparently haters hate, but they get stuff done.
It makes them better at their job.
Yeah, they really focus on it. And
it's just not fair that grumpy people are more efficient.
It's getting me grumpy just thinking about it.
And that's why on our WHBC Newsline right now, we bring in workplace culture expert Dusty Staub. Good morning, Dusty.
Good morning, Pam. How are you?
I'm not grumpy. I'm a happy girl.
So she gets nothing done in the office is what I'm trying to say.
That's, you're misreading that research. The research is like the blind man touching the elephant and describing it as a pillar. It's only got the leg. That's only one piece. Yes, people who are grumpy and haters, they tend to be more focused and they tend to be more efficient. However, it doesn't mean that friendly, caring people aren't efficient or effective either.
All right, so is it safe to say that haters and grumpy and negative people basically can be more efficient because they have to be more skilled when they're focusing on fewer things that they're doing?
Absolutely. And there's also this. They don't get distracted because nobody wants to talk to them.
Exactly. That's what we were saying. Oh, my gosh.
And maybe that's why they're grumpy, though, is because all the workload gets put on them.
Yeah, that's true, Gary. What I would say is that in organizations, I come in and I've worked with several hundred organizations and built a couple thousand teams at this point in my career. What I keep finding is that the people who are the grumpy, the haters, the dislikers, they are the problems on the team. They do not allow the team to function in an efficient and effective way. And all of the great work in organizations today is getting done through teams. So that collaboration, communication, cooperation becomes the big 3 C's that have to be addressed. And the grumpy people, when they see that their behavior is going to not get them what they want, they're willing to change behavior. Their personality stays the same. They're a bit curmudgeonly, but they do learn how to cooperate and listen and engage in better ways. And so I think that you have to look at that research. It's not looking at teamwork. It's just looking at individual performance. Put someone in a back room, totally focused, very technical, they'll be great. But you promote them, put them in a supervisor role, they start to fail.
Oh, well, that's almost the Peter principle back at work, isn't it?
It is. People get promoted to the level of incompetence, and it doesn't have to be that way. But when you move up to another level, you have to change your behavior because you're now having to get work done through other people instead of doing it yourself.
Yeah.
People, as you know, are very challenging.
Now, what about personality traits? I mean, how important are your personality traits based on that versus your skills when it comes to your job?
There are places like Southwest Airlines and Disney and organizations like that hire people based on the fact that they like people and want to cooperate people and want to work with people. And they say we can always work on building your technical skills. You actually need both. Technical skills is the ticket of admission, but your ability to be a value added on the team, to be promoted, is going to be your ability to work well with other people in a meaningful way, leveraging their skills, their technical skills, along with yours. That becomes the key.
See, it's that. I guess that reminds me of the old adage that, I get along with everybody as long as they do it my way.
While being a hater means you may work later, being mean hurts a team. You got to be able to play nice. Otherwise, you're going to find that being nasty becomes a vice.
I think sometimes people think that their way is the only way, and they discount the fact that other people have other valid ideas that may be of use.
Yeah, and I like the quote that goes, in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. And I think that some people are so addicted to being right that they're choosing to remain ignorant on how to be more powerful and more effective, and also about the impact of their behavior. And so I like to bring in my favorite genius, Albert Einstein, and he says the definition of insanity is doing what you've always done but expecting a different result. And so I'll say to somebody who is getting results they're not aware of, hey, what do you want to create? What's your intent? Here's the results you're getting. If you want to change that result, you're going to have to engage in different behavior. Your employer never has a right to ask you to change your personality. You can't, but you can change your behavior to be more effective. And that's where we work, is on how to make the behavior change so that people can be more effective collectively. That becomes the key.
Well, and I don't want to say this too loud, but, when you are a happy and maybe a congenial kind of person to work with, the time that you become grumpy and negative really kind of is more impactful to your coworkers because they know you mean something.
The worst person to be around is the one who complains about everything and appreciates nothing.
Yeah. And
I think that these kind of people, if they're not learning to modify that behavior, what happens is they become like sand in the gears, and it starts to hurt the team's performance, it hurts the organization. And they're very, very good at individual tasks. They're very, very efficient. However, they need to learn how to work and play nice with other people.
All right, workplace culture expert Dusty Staub. We appreciate the input this morning.
Pam, Gary, my pleasure.
Broadcasting live from downtown Canton, Ohio since 1925. WHBC AM Canton, a Digity property. We live here too. News Talk 1480, WHBC.